Hello everyone, thank you again for watching our video. I'm going to go over how to winterize your above ground swimming pool. I'm going to start by adding some winter chemicals. In this kit, it's a winter algicide and also a winter shock. What we're going to do is put these chemicals in, let the filtration system circulate for a half hour, and then we're going to start our winterization process. So our first step is going to be turning our pump off. Quite easy, just a regular toggle switch right on the back. That'll turn our pump right off. Our next step is we're going to remove our skimmer basket. It's this guy. Give it a nice little cleaning, and then we're going to put it aside to be stored later. We're going to use a gizmo or a skimmer plug, and that's going to insert itself right inside the skimmer. And as you can see, there's threads right on the bottom. There's threads in our bottom of our skimmer, and we're going to thread that right in place. It's a good idea, always put a little Teflon tape on the threads to make sure that you get a really nice watertight seal. And again, you're going to thread it up until it stops. So I've got it in place. I'm going to put my cover back on. And our next step is going to be to remove the eyeball fitting. The next step after putting your gizmo in or your skimmer plug is we're going to remove the eyeball fitting. So you're just going to unthread the eyeball fitting, put it up here for storage, and we're going to place our threaded plug. If you wanted to, you could also use a rubber plug. It would be a number 9 rubber plug or a threaded plug, and that's going to insert right in, and you're just going to thread that in place. Another nice tip is to put a little Teflon on there and basically hand tight. So after putting your skimmer plug and your return plug in, you've in essence closed the pool side of it. Now we're going to focus on the equipment side. Our pump is still turned off. We're going to start to take out some of the plugs and also winterize your multi-port. So we're going to start with your pump. There's one plug on this model. It's a Hayward Matrix pump. On an in-ground model, there can be up to 2 plugs, and they could be either on one side or it could be in the front and one on this side. On this model, there's only one, and it's directly in the front. It looks just like a bolt. You'll see it right here. Just going to use some adjustable pliers. And as you notice, as I loosened it, water starts to leak out of it. That is very normal. We're actually removing the water that's inside of this strainer housing. So I have my plug here. What I'm going to do is take this lid off, and we're actually going to put it right inside that basket for safekeeping. We'll keep our lid off for the time being. And we're going to start to winterize my filter system. So we'll start by removing our pressure gauge. So just going to thread our pressure gauge off. Now we're going to place our pressure gauge again right inside our basket for safekeeping. My next step is the sight glass. I'm going to unthread that sight glass. Make sure I got the O-ring intact, and that's going to go in that basket. Finally, plug-wise, we're going to pull the main plug on the sand filter, and that's located here on the side. And thread that off. That's going to come out in this place. Don't be overly alarmed if over the next few days you still see water trickling out of here. There's a lot of water kept in this tank, so it's not unusual that you'll see some water for a day or two after you're finished. So our final step would be to take it out of our filter setting and put it on our winter setting. Just keep in mind, some manufacturers do not have a winter setting. At that point, you would just put it in an in-between function for it. For all argument purposes, we will keep it on our winter setting for this video. Final step is to put your pump lid back in place. At that point, all of your plugs, your pressure gauge, your sight glass, they're going to be kept in this basket, kept safe and sound over your winter months, and you'll know exactly where it will be for the spring when you're ready to open up the pool. Thank you again. The video you just watched was summarizing and winterizing your above ground pool. On an in-ground pool, there is a few other steps that you need to follow. Please feel free to contact us here at Rising Sun Pools. We would be able to help fill in those gaps and make sure that you have winterized or summarized your in-ground equipment correctly. Thank you again.